Hi, I'm Gloria Lean, Minister of Music at Lord of Life Lutheran Church in Sun City West, Arizona. The music you are hearing is from our Glattergatz organ, which was dedicated in January 2014. Many times we hear of organs being restored or rebuilt. But how does one go about starting an organ project like this from the very beginning? Previously, Lord of Life had a 3-manual Allen electronic organ, but we had had it for a number of years, and so it was at the age where problems could probably be expected. We needed to weigh the pros and cons of what kind of organ would serve the community and the congregation best. We chose a committee of stakeholders with different interests, some musical, some console people, some who could fundraise, a cross-section of the congregation. The committee was tasked with making an informed recommendation for a replacement organ. The committee met for weeks and months of instructional classes. We learned lots of definitions, debated what organ would work best for our congregation. A mechanical organ, an electronic pneumatic. What sounds would we want? What location? If we went with a pipe organ, did we have enough space? Don Morris from Central Phoenix was our teacher guide through this endeavor. He had a wealth of knowledge and knew how to communicate it. We are very indebted to him. Over the course of 8 months, we visited and played on 37 different organs in Phoenix, Tucson, Prescott, California, Maryland, Virginia, Pennsylvania, and Minnesota. All the traveling was done at personal expense. The 3 organists on the committee always played the same 3 pieces, and the committee members took notes on what we liked and did not like. We learned to analyze what we were hearing. Following extensive discussions, the committee decided a pipe organ fit the needs of our congregation best. We had a number of goals for the organ. First of all, for congregational singing and leading of music. We wanted it to be able to accompany choirs and soloists. To have a large contrast between soft and gentle, powerful and majestic. That it could be used as a concert organ. And finally, that it would be a blessing not only to our congregation, but to the West Valley and the Phoenix area. After much discussion, we chose Glattergatz from Ach-Linz in southwest Germany. A group of congregants had visited their workshop in Germany on the north side of Lake Constance and were very impressed with their workmanship, integrity, and reputation. We had lengthy discussions of what would fit best for our congregation, what our goals were, the price, the amount of time it would take. One of the discussions was the 3 women organists on the committee pointed out that many of the organs were built for men, very wide, difficult for women to reach some of the stops. The organ builders listened. Creation of the organ and console were by principal builders Stefan Sturzer and Heinz Kremnitzer, with Graham Tristram of Edinburgh, Scotland, working on the design and layout of the organ, as well as designing altar furnishings. The organ has 2,863 pipes and 47 ranks. The organ was built in Germany, put together, then taken apart, put in 2 40-foot containers to ship to the U.S. by way of the Panama Canal to Long Beach, California. It had to wait for customs for permission for it to be unloaded. In August 2012, the first of 2 semis came across the desert at night to avoid heat damage to the pipes and arrived in Sun City West at 3 a.m. Many of the congregation were there to help unload the pipes and carry them into the sanctuary and place them on the pews. You'll notice we also purchased new altar furnishings designed by Tristan Graham. The second semi came 2 days later on Wednesday, and once again, our people came to unload the truck and then enjoyed a 6 a.m. breakfast together at the church. 56 of our people got up early and started unloading at 3 a.m. Excitement was in the air as the pipes filled the pews. Manuel Rosales is one of the world's best voicers. He is probably known best for voicing and designing the Disney Hall organ in California. At Lord of Life, he spent hours, days, and months to get just the right sound from the pipes. He would most often be in the middle of the pipes while someone else, like Skip Halverson, would be pressing the key on the console. On Christmas Eve, 2012, our people heard the organ for the first time, hearing the beautiful flutes. Each weekend or two, a new sound would be introduced. Some of the stops I had said I hadn't liked on other organs, and therefore didn't want on this organ, the builders said, "No, Gloria, you need this sound, and we guarantee you'll love it." They were right. Some of the string sounds, which I abhorred on other organs, have now become my favorite. We have 3 divisions. The choir division is to the right in the sanctuary and near the seating of the choir singers. The great division is at the highest point and used for congregational singing and leadership. The swell division is under the great and has a number of solo stops as well as flute and string choruses. The pedal division, especially the 16-foot pipes, surround the great and swell. The choir division has fewer pedal sounds, but can also use pedals from the swell and great divisions. Stops is another word for sounds. Couplers mean it can move sounds from one keyboard, which is called a manual, to another keyboard. Pistons are push buttons between manuals or by the pedal board, which organists can preset their combination of stops, and by pushing the button, the new stops will immediately play at the same time the old combinations are released. There are 16 pistons for each division: the choir, the swell, and the great, which are pre-programmed by the organist. The builders and voicer realized our organ had similar tonal qualities to the Aeolian Skinner organs built throughout the United States until the 1970s, when they went out of business. They were able to purchase 2 ranks of pipes, one from a church in California and one from the east coast of Canada, to supplement our other brand new pipes. The console is very movable. We use it near the choir division most of the time, but for organ concerts it is in the center. A few times we have moved it close to the sacristy. Pictured here are Stefan Sturzer on the left and Heinrich Chemnitzer with Lorraine Miller and myself between them. The organ dedication was January 2014. We were able to have Ken Cohen, a young, outstanding concert organist, perform the dedicatory concert. He did 2 back-to-back concerts with a packed church at each one of them, one on Saturday and the second on Sunday. While going through this process, Don Morris and others said, "People are going to come just to see and hear the organ." I didn't quite believe them. Once again, they were right. I'd get phone calls or emails saying they were in Texas on their way to California. Could they stop and see the organ? Others came from Florida, Minnesota, North Dakota. It amazed me. Renowned organists have come to give concerts on our organ. Some of them include Ilona Kubiacek-Adler, Mark Kulicki from Poland, the Chenol Duo, Gail Archer from New York City, Michael Lodico, Glenn Peterson, organist and organ teacher at Luther College, Mary Newton from Minneapolis, Susan Clamby from Moorhead, Minnesota, and Stephen Hamilton, now from Minneapolis but plays throughout the world. Lorraine Miller, who we've seen in other photos. Phoenix Youth Rising is presented by local organists from very young to mature age as a fundraiser to pay for organ lessons for junior high and senior high students. Many local organists have played for this event, and we've had several of them here at Lord of Life. For these concerts, we've had eager crowds, and sometimes it's been the builders and the admirers. I hope this has been an interesting organ crawl for you. We are very thankful for this beautiful instrument. It has been serving us very well. Now we are anticipating when we can once again be worshiping and having concerts together. God bless all of you, and thank you for listening.